Sagittarius, welcome to your full moon lunar eclipse reading. So we've got the full moon, which is a partial lunar eclipse on the 19th. The 19th, so like Friday, 2021. And it is in the sign of Taurus, and so it's opposite the sun in Scorpio. There's a lot of astrology going on, but as with all full moons, it is a time to sort of reevaluate what we need to sort of release and let go of, like whatever's not working for us anymore, so that we can start to shift our direction towards something new. In Taurus, it's going to have to do a lot of with sort of like our values, our possessions, what we're investing our energy in, our resources, the way we earn money, the things that we spend time doing, right? So with that, I'm going to actually go into the oracles first. So from the Black Moon astrology, we had Mercury retrograde reinvention. Now, we are not in a time of Mercury retrograde, card 51. However, there is a message here about reinventing yourself, Sag. So I think there is a real, this is a real turning point for you. This is a major lunation, okay, for the collective, like for everybody. This really is a time to reinvent ourselves. And for Sagittarius, I believe that, especially for you, on the cards that came out from the Star Code Astro, boy, all three of these just popped out together. And I was kind of like, are you kidding me? Like Scorpio, Sagittarius, and Virgo. So I'm going to have to go into it like a little bit of each of those. Well, we see you, Sagittarius, right in the center of that, right? And Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, and Jupiter is very much part of this lunation. So yes, there's a very expansive energy. There's you sort of expanding yourselves in new ways. I think that goes nicely with reinvention, right? This is you considering how you can really change your life trajectory if you feel like you are prepared to do that type of change. This is kind of what's possible, I guess. It's not going to be for every single Sagittarius, but maybe there are little ways, maybe there are little steps that you feel like you're being called to at this time, to sort of change your trajectory, to change your direction. You've got to define with Scorpio here right next to you, like what it is that you're just ready to let go of. These are relationships and situations and things and habits and all kinds of stuff, right, in our life that, they don't align with you anymore. It's like you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, like that kind of energy. So investigate, take a minute to really think clearly. This lunation is going to be an energy it's gonna be with us for a long time, for the next year or two. So it really is a turning point. And it really is for you, Sag. It's just really opening up this opportunity for you to reinvent yourselves. Now, I think that Virgo, when we add Virgo into the equation, that's super interesting. Now, on this card, it says digest. Virgo is an area of astrology that talks about, a lot of times it has to do with our health, right? So for any Sagittarius who may be like having to contend with an area in your health, and that can run the gamut, like from physical ailments to just wanting to improve, your healthy lifestyle, right? To, it can do from like minor stuff all the way up to major stuff. But Virgo is a sign that really thinks critically. It's ruled by Mercury, so that's interesting. We've got Mercury there. Virgo is ruled by Mercury, so it's really sort of reinventing the way that we think about. It's really using our critical thinking, and also there's a mind-body connection with Virgo, right? It's like as we think, so that's going to impact how our body works. So there may be some healing that you're wanting to do, Sagittarius, inside of your body, inside of your vessel. It could be improving your diet. Virgo rules a lot with diet, right? So diet, health, your day-to-day work. You may want to expand your line of work, your health regime. You may want to investigate other ways of making money at work, right? So like Virgo themes, maybe you are being called towards researching ways that health regimes or diets or exercise regimes even. Maybe you've been thinking about a career in that line of work. Okay, this is a time where you can reinvent yourself. This is a time where you can reinvent your life, like your own physical body, and then the way that you invest your energy in the world, how you are expressing yourself in the world. So this could be like a complete redo on how you think about those areas and the way that you utilize them, whether it's studying with investigate. Maybe Sagittarius, you expand your horizons by studying something to do with health, or I don't know. There's so many different permutations of these cards, but you kind of get the idea. These are the themes here. Okay. So from the Moonology, we had don't let pride get in your way. And next to it, realization. So maybe you're coming into a realization about how you have been allowing pride to get in your way. Maybe, people who you've been sort of like resisting. You're realizing, right? You're just coming into this realization about, again, I've been staying, like, here's an example. I've been staying in a job for a really long time because I, don't want anybody, I don't want to quit that job because I don't want anybody else to think that I'm a quitter, right? Like, that would be an example. It's like you realizing that, like, in what ways have you been shooting your own self in the foot, right? Like, what ways have you been holding yourself back? What ways have you been yourself small? What ways are you not, like, aiming for, broader horizons? Sagittarius, you are the archer, right? Like, don't let pride get in your way. Like, what ways have you been prideful? What ways have you been allowing your own ego to interfere with, like, something that, like, there's like a blessing almost. There is a blessing. There's always a blessing. There's something that I feel like Spirit wants to come in and show you. And you're like, there's like a realization or a revelation that wants to come through. And so, we just have to step out of our own way, Sag, sometimes, and allow that to come in, and maybe this is just sort of, I don't know, something about, there's just something here about, like, it's all your mental processes, realization, and, like, with Virgo and with Mercury, it's like they're all mercurial themes. So it's just something about, like, you thinking differently about your life. I feel like that's what this lunation's bringing in. I feel like the overall overarching theme here has to do with your thought processes and the way that you think about things, and maybe shifting your mind, very simply, just shifting your mind, making up your mind in a new way, or coming to a realization of how you're just the one who's been holding yourself back from, you're the one, Sagittarius, who has the ability to expand in whatever way you set your mind to, right? And it really just is you coming into this realization that, yeah, this is possible, and this is what I value, this is what I want, right? And this is what I want for myself. That sort of, so hopefully that gets you thinking in some kind of different way. Now, let's get into the tarot message. So at the bottom, yeah, we got swords here. Three of swords. So clearly, gosh, look at that picture. She's so sad. Yeah, this is mental anguish. Just truly. And you had the tower come out next to it. What's under there? King of coins. Okay. And what's under this one? Three of cups. Okay. So yeah, I mean, there's definitely that's something with this lunation is definitely getting you, like I said, to realize something. I feel like there's a sudden shift in, like, think about anything that's sort of given you like long-term grief, that's um maybe it's like a reoccurring theme in your life, and it just really brings you into this just this very sad and debilitated mental space, right? And I feel like the tower is coming in to sort of really shift that for you, like to really change that for you. It is a sudden realization. It's like how have your thoughts about something in your life like been holding you back? um it's like your brain is about to explode when you realize that um it's like a revelation. Like the tower is a revelation. It's like something gets removed from our lives, it gets blown apart to make way for something else. um and I think the thing that's getting removed is the Three of Swords, which is this old pattern of thinking. It's all mercurial. I'm telling you, this is all mercurial. So yeah, we have the Six of Cups, and yeah, it's clarified by the Seven of Coins. So this is all old. This is all old energy. Six of Cups. You're going back. You're reflecting back. Maybe reminiscing about old relationships. Old, like, this can bring you all the way back to childhood, right? So it can, like, Seven of Cups. Like, what have you invested your time and energy in, right, throughout your life? And that can be, you reflecting on things that really have not worked out for you, like things where you went to go, in the Seven of Coins it talks about, right, like harvesting. It's like going to harvest. It's like you planted your seeds, you watered your garden, and you kind of coming out to the truth of the situation. Ace of Swords and the Fool. And it's like, the truth is that, there was something in the past that did not yield a good result. You're sort of getting a revelation. And yeah, and it's like the Fool. It's like, okay, the truth is that I need to get a fresh perspective. I need to start over. I need to let go of all of this past. You know what I mean? Like I really need to let it go. It's not serving me anymore to continue thinking about it. And it's okay to admit if I've made a mistake. It's okay to forgive myself for not being perfect. We're just here, on a journey trying to learn things, like, right? Like, you don't have to carry around shame or regret or fear or any of those things. Like, honestly, I think the tower is just coming in to sort of shine a light on, like, all of those old patterns that, like, you're just carrying around, but you don't need to. Like, you can begin again with this Fool. Like, you can take a leap of faith. And I feel like this is a new opportunity with this Ace of Swords. The universe is coming in to shine that light on you, to gift you with this new revelation, this new realization. That the truth is that, you can begin again. You can begin again over and over and over. Like, we have all the time in the world here. That's what we're here for. We're here to learn and to grow and to move forward. And we don't have to stay stuck in the past. Okay. And so the Four of Swords and the Hierophant, yeah, like, it's a healing space. Again, it's like taking a step back, because there's those Three of Swords again. It's time to let those things go. Those old disappointments and those old heartaches. Okay. It's time to heal your heart. Hierophant. Honestly, Sag, for those of you, I'm not sure who this will resonate for, it's time to really connect into spirit. It really is. Um, it's time to, get out of your pride, and allow in a little bit of your spiritual team, whether you're consciously aware of them or not, that are there, and ask for some help. is kind of how I'm feeling about this. Like, you can't do it all on your own. Some of us may try. Um, and, but how's that been working out, right? It's time to take a leap of faith. It's time to take a leap of faith. It's time to ask for some help if you need it. It's time to rethink and reframe. What do you want out of this life? Tree of life with the 10 of coins. Like let's define it. Like, let's start to clear up the stinking thinking, right? Like, let's start thinking about positive things. Like, what's gonna, like, let's make a plan. Let's investigate, Sagittarius. Like, what's gonna bring you into a 10 of coins? What's gonna lead you into like a long-term stability, and what's going to bring you the happiness? What do you want out of this life? Have you even defined it? Do you even know what it is? Have you written it down? um yeah. You have the opportunity to reinvent yourself. You have the opportunity to change all of the past. This lunation, this full moon, it is truly a time. It's fixed energy, right? It's truly a time to think about where you want to invest your energy moving forward. It's time to hatch a new plan. It's time to understand your value and your worth. Like, how are you showing up for yourself in your life? And are you willing to sort of humble yourself a little bit to, 6 of Swords? Here's another ace. Goodness, you've got aces here, okay? These are new opportunities. It's new revelations. It's like you, again, moving into a 6, moving into like a nice, balanced, even, harmonious, quiet mental space. It's like you going through the healing, asking for help, receiving the message, defining what it is that you want, and boom, there's the Ace of Swords with the Fool, right? This is the new opportunity. This is the new inspiration. This is you reinventing yourself. This is you coming into a new way of thinking with this Mercury and the 6 of Swords. It's moving away from this old heartache. It's moving away from the history and from old relationships, from old emotions that have kept you kind of stuck in a repeating negative pattern. This is the energy. This is the energy. So, Sag, I hope that this was a help to somebody. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Join the channel, subscribe for me. It would certainly help me to keep it growing. And come back with me next week, because Sagittarius, we're going to be in your season. Sag, we're going to be in your energy for the next 4 weeks, and I'm interested to see, especially for your sign, what blessings this is going to bring. All right, you guys, I will see you on the flip side.